Coach, congratulations on your new appointment as the SAFA Western Cape technical officer. Just tell us briefly, how do you feel about your new role?
It's a very responsible role. I need to exercise certain actions in order to get the people to understand and work with me, and it is an opportunity really that to what's the word, to get things together.
Yeah.
And my responsibility is to try and organize and get a team to work with me.
Yeah.
And then whatever we achieve or whatever we get, I report to Neil Tovey, the National Technical Director.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Considering your vast experience, I mean, you've been a coach of the under 17 and the under 20 national football teams. How do you bring that into this role?
It was a while back, eh? So you must remember that you also need to keep updated.
Yes.
What I've had there, the players that I had there, they have come through. What I see now lately is that some of these players, they lack a certain areas in the field: decision making, fitness, team play.
Yeah.
That is what I had.
Yeah.
We played against Ronaldo and Quaresma and them in a Portuguese tournament.
Yeah.
We drew with them then.
Yeah.
0-0.
Yeah.
And the standard of the juniors then, I won't say that was better than now.
Yeah.
I just think that they lack a certain commitment and certain qualities to perform at the high level.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I mean, you've also served at one of the CAF technical committees. Just tell us briefly about that.
Not directly with CAF, but
Yeah.
through FIFA to SAFA.
Yeah.
We make contact. Frans Magashwa is the manager of the coaching education.
Yeah.
He made contact with CAF, and in fact we had a CAF course a couple of years back, and the director of CAF football, Assam, identified me as one of the coaches, but unfortunately I didn't have the opportunity, or some mismanagement. I didn't serve CAF in a proper way.
Okay.
But now CAF and SAFA is working together, and most probably I'll be in a better position to perform.
Yes, yes. Now, obviously, being appointed now, servicing Western Cape, you've got regions that you need to service as well, which eventually makes up Western Cape. How do you see that coming together?
The regions, the experience is some of the regions are predominantly rugby playing areas.
Yeah.
West Coast, Eden, Central Karoo, Overberg.
Yeah.
These are the areas that we need to exercise coaching education, to further the coaching, but the schools need to start playing football in order for us to make an impact football-wise.
Yes.
The other regions, Western Cape, Overberg, not Overberg, Winelands, there's where the football players are.
Yeah, yeah.
And my experience is that in the past, when a provincial team is selected, then there need to be at least 2 or 3 guys from West Coast and Eden, which made the teams a little bit weaker, because those guys are not competitive as the guys in Cape Town and surrounding areas.
Yeah.
One of our big mistakes that we need to solve.
Yeah.
Identify selectors, identify footballers, not just participants.
Yes.
There's a difference between a footballer and a football player. Footballer has got sense, he knows where he wants to go to.
Yeah.
A football player just wants to play football.
Yeah.
So people get confused with the competitor and the player. So mass participation is important. Yes, that's where we start with the primary schools.
Yeah.
But those regions I mentioned, primary schools hardly play football.
Mm.
But when election time comes,
Yes.
then they have those representatives in the provincial teams.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay. With this new role now, are there is there any specific timelines when it comes to your deliverables? Obviously, to start contributing, we start seeing what is happening at the regions, at the Western Cape level, and obviously ultimately to our national football teams.
We are awaiting a working program from national.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we have set up programs for the half year.
Yes.
Yes, we need to meet with all the parties, futsal, beach football, ladies football, schools football, in order to find direction.
Yeah.
Now, in my program that I've sent to the national, I have dates set out to meet these people,
Yes.
to meet these organizers or the leaders in the futsal.
Yeah.
For example, the beach football has gone overseas. Nobody knows about the team that has been selected.
Yeah.
Right? This is the things that we need to streamline,
Yeah.
find out who's going where and who's involved, and are the people qualified to coach
Yeah.
and to manage these national teams. That's
Yes.
what we need to sort out.
Yeah. It looks like you've got a lot of work ahead of you. Is there any specific timeline when it comes to your technical team that you'll be working with?
Luckily for me, I'm also a coach educator, and
Yes.
I have the stats and the data of the recent coaches that have passed their licenses.
Yeah.
We're working for the 2022 vision,
Yes.
and I've been following that for the last 5-6 years
Yes.
with assistance from Kamal Said,
Yeah.
Marian, February,
Yeah.
Ayub. By end of April, I'll have my technical team,
Yes.
if we follow the program.
Yes.
Now, this is going to be another concern.
Yeah.
Technically, I report directly to Neil Tovey
Yes.
and not to the provincial executive committee.
Yes.
So I'll need to have the cooperation from the provincial to exercise my duties.
Yes. Okay. When it comes to we know that there's a SASO league that is happening when it comes to the ladies, which obviously contributes to the national team, Banyana. Are you going to have any specific person that you'll be working with here in the Western Cape in your team?
Marian February is in place of Desiree Ellis.
Yes.
She's been appointed Banyana head coach.
Yes.
So Marian February is going to take her position.
Okay.
Marian February and I, we work well together.
Yes.
Our program will be, synchronized.
Yes.
And we'll work together because she's also been educating people for the past few years.
Yeah.
She's well educated.
Yeah.
She knows football.
Yeah.
She's hardworking.
Yeah.
And I surround myself with people that can work
Yeah.
fairly.
Yes. Okay. So when is your, how often do you guys meet with Neil? And in other provinces, is there a similar appointment like your one?
Yes.
Mm.
A man and a woman has been appointed in all the provinces. That's 18 people.
Okay.
We, like I said earlier, we are awaiting the program
Yes.
from Neil.
Yeah.
And I think we'll meet with him
Yeah.
in the second week of April, I don't know really when, to finalize our program.
Okay. Thank you, Coach. We really appreciate your time.
Pleasure.
We'll catch up soon.
Soon, inshallah.